What's going on, guys? It's time for us to revisit the DJI Osmo Pocket for runners. I've had this DJI Osmo Pocket for 7 months now, so let's talk about how it's improved, how it's not improved, what I wish was better in this video. I know there's a lot of running YouTubers that follow me in YouTube because a lot of y'all leave comments. It's usually running YouTubers. Yeah, hopefully some other people leave comments too. That would be great. But a lot of running YouTubers have been putting this camera down because of how it came out first. When it first came out, there was a lot of issues. I ordered it right when they announced it, and it was unordered. I watched a lot of reviews, and unfortunately, whenever the reviews came out, the audio on this thing was horrible. But when they shipped it out, they already did a firmware update and they fixed the audio. The audio is good. I like it. I think it sounds good, except for whenever there's a lot of wind. Sometimes whenever there's a lot of wind, there's a lot of distortion, or you can't even hear what I'm saying. When it's really windy, not when I'm running. When I'm running, it's fine. But if there's any wind, when I'm running, strong wind, then that's when I'll have issues. But for the most part, I think that the audio is just fine. Another thing that was a problem when it first came out was the autofocus. The autofocus was trash. I mean, I got this thing, I recorded my first race with it, and everything was in focus behind me, but myself, the subject, was out of focus. There's a little small screen on this thing, so you can't really tell if it's on focus or not, just because it's just so small. But with all the firmware updates, they released one maybe 2 months ago, and that fixed a lot of the autofocus issues. And then this last firmware update, they actually made the autofocus a hybrid system, which is the same as my camera over here. This is the NX500 mirrorless camera that I have. So yeah, I really like the autofocus now. In fact, whenever I was looking to upgrade, I wanted something that was similar to my mirrorless camera. And when videos of this came out and the test footage, you could see the bokeh. And with a GoPro, that's what I had for a long time, I got tired and I grew tired of the infinity look. I wanted some blurry background in my footage. And after the update, that's what I have. So I'm really happy with the focus now. I mean, it focuses just fine. You can see my last few videos, there has been no focus issues with it. So that has been a big issue with a lot of people about this camera. DJI recently released the Osmo Pocket Action, and they have, I forget what they call it, but some kind of electronic stabilization, but it is still not as good as having an actual gimbal. I've seen some people's footage of it and they still looks pretty shaky. With this thing, everything looks smooth for the most part. There is a little up and down on the Z-axis, but it's fine for me. I don't mind it, and I hope you guys don't mind it either. Another issue that people had with it was its fragility. This is not a waterproof camera, so there's gonna be problems with that. But if you keep it in the case, most of the time I'm running it with it on my left wrist, and whenever I'm done with it, I'll just stick it in the case. And this case, man, it's high quality. It's not gonna break in it, and I'll usually hold it downward so that when the sweat comes, it'll just drip off of my wrist, and it's fine. I sweat a lot. I have had no issues with it thus far. Another thing that people really complained about was the lack of field of view. It wasn't a very wide field of view. It was very narrow, and it still is. There's nothing you can really do about it unless you get some lenses that have a wide angle lens as an attachment that you put on it. But the problem with those attachments is that you can't put it on the case after you have the attachment on. So I think that wouldn't be really good for me on the run, because then the sweat would become an issue. But you know, the field of view, it's not that bad. I mean, if you hold it out there, and you're not going to be holding the camera out on your run for 30 minutes for the whole race, because nobody wants to watch that footage and it's going to be uncomfortable for you. So I usually take footage about every mile, and then a little bit here or there if I see something interesting, and then stow it away in my hand, or if I have a spy belt, I'll put it in there and I'll take it out when I need. So the angles are limited. You can only take up and down. I know they just released a Osmo Pocket selfie stick that is DJI branded, so I might look into getting that. But from what I've seen in my videos, I think that the angles that I have are good enough for my videos. Of course, I would want more, but I have to work with what the camera's limitations are. Another problem that people were thinking about was the battery life. I think this thing has about maybe almost 2 hours or somewhere in that. And I've never used the whole battery. If you're running with it or even filming a vlog or anything else on it, you really don't want to be talking on it for an hour or more. Nobody's gonna be listening to that. Like I said, only about 5 minutes of footage is all you need. Other than that, you can carry a power bank and hook it up and it'll be charged. So it'll be ready to go. I know a lot of people still really don't like the Osmo Pocket. If you look at my footage from the last month, starting in the Seattle race, you can see that the quality of the footage is really good. After I color grade and edit everything, I think it looks very professional. So just ending, I think that this camera is great for what it is, and if you work within its limitations, your footage will be great. And after all, most of the time, it's not about the camera, it's about the story you tell in your videos. So go out there and create a running video, create a vlog, create something that you'll be proud of, and this tool will help get you there. If you guys enjoyed this review, please leave a like down below, leave a comment, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.